Oh, just another normal day, riding at 95 kilometers an hour with no brakes, probably. If you woke up this morning thinking, gee, I hope there's a British cyclist absolutely yeeting himself down a mountain at the speed of a Category 5 hurricane, then congratulations, your oddly specific wish has come true. Tom Pidcock, the guy who wakes up, does a wheelie, does a Red Bull, and then races physics to the bottom of a descent in Germany. While the rest of us clutch the brakes descending a slightly sloped driveway, Tom recently decided that a 6-kilometer descent was the perfect venue to put fear in a chokehold. The location? An idyllic winding road in Germany's Black Forest region. You know, the kind of descent that looks gorgeous if you're not descending it faster than a small aircraft. Red Bull, being the over-so-subtle brand it is, don't just want content. No, they wanted a social film, because in 2025, video is far too pedestrian. So, Tom Pidcock, now a proud Q36.5 warrior, more on that plot twist later, answered their call to action with the grace and subtlety of a fighter jet crossing into restricted airspace. And then, as if obeying some ancient Red Bull prophecy, he hit 95 k's an hour. Not downhill in the Vuelta with a tailwind and a prayer, not in a TT with Filippo Ganna on the front, no, just Tom, on a road in Germany, no race, no peloton, no rules. Just Red Bull, a carbon bike, and what we assume was a signed waiver written entirely in capital letters. The descent is not for mere mortals, or the brake-loving public. Let's take a moment to really appreciate the descent itself, because this wasn't your average Strava segment called Downhill Zoomies 2. No, this was a carefully selected monster of a road, chosen for its sheer vertical drop, spaghetti turn radius, and the kind of camper that makes professional rally drivers sweat. We're talking 6 kilometers of winding, twisting, guardrail optional lunacy, tucked behind somewhere in the mountains of Baden-Württemberg. This is the kind of road that German engineers carved into a mountain and then said, "Ja, now let's never drive in this at speed." Okay, the accent was completely awful. The descent reportedly featured an average gradient of -8%, with pitches hitting double digits. Perfectly designed for one thing and one thing only, producing viral content and mild heart palpitations. And Tom didn't just cruise down it like a guy trying to make his Strava look cool. No, he attacked it. Apex lines, aero tuck, absolutely no fear of skin removal. You could almost hear the pavement whisper, "Please, Tom, we didn't mean to upset you." Let's also not ignore the little known but very important fact that this descent is occasionally used in local motorsport events. Yes, it's the kind of road where cars wear helmets, but apparently Tom didn't get the memo, or he read it, laughed and turned it into a TikTok. The only logical explanation? Tom is trying to establish his own unit of measurement for bravery. How fast did you go down the hill? Only 82 k's an hour? Wow, so like 0.86 Pidcocks. Red Bull told him to jump off a cliff, so he basically did. Of course, none of this would have happened if Red Bull hadn't have come knocking with their usual proposal. Would you like to cheat death on camera and make it look like a lifestyle choice? To which Tom obviously replied, "Only if I can go stupidly fast and terrify my family." You see, Red Bull doesn't just sponsor athletes, they weaponize them for content. The company has turned gravity-defying lunacy into a marketing strategy, and Tom Pidcock is their perfect recruit. A man who sees a descent and thinks, what if I make this go viral and medically inadvisable at the same time? According to insider sources, the idea was to film a social piece showcasing speed, control, and, quote, the edge of human capability. In simpler terms, Tom, can you scare us so badly we accidentally buy 4 Red Bulls and a branded beanie? Oh, and he delivered. Multiple drone shots, helmet cams, and what we assume was a very nervous medic off-screen captured Tom slicing corners and flirting with the speed of light. There were even rumours that at one point he went faster than the camera drone itself, which promptly quit and filed for unemployment benefits. This wasn't a film. This was an exorcism of common sense, branded in neon red and silver wings. Red Bull reportedly plans to release this, quote, short social film on all platforms with hashtags like No Fear, Red Bull Rider, Tom Don't Die, and possibly Send Help. And we'll all watch it, slack-jawed, while holding our lattes and wondering what we're doing with our lives. Meanwhile, in actual racing, Tom Pidcock joins Q36.5 and regrets brakes exist. If you're scratching your head going, wait, Tom Pidcock isn't at Ineos anymore, then yes, surprise, the kid who once wore the Brailsford-issued Team Sky skinsuit of marginal gains has now been unshackled. Pidcock is currently riding for Q36.5, which is either a pro cycling team or the name of a satellite program. After a few seasons of Olympic golds, mountain bike wizardry, CX dominance, and a Tour de France descent that made us question mortality, Tom decided to take a different path. Some said that he left Ineos for more freedom. Others said that he was just tired of team meetings where no one could explain why they still used the word marginal. Enter Q36.5, the Swiss-registered team with an Italian soul, futuristic kit, and what we assume is a complete absence of descending rules. The team's mission is, quote, racing the future, and judging by Pidcock's 95 km/h descent, the future involves aerodynamics, caffeine, and probably life insurance premiums through the damn roof. Since joining, Tom has been, well, Tom. Wildly unpredictable, sometimes winning, sometimes skipping races to go ride mountain bikes in New Zealand. Now he's descending roads in Germany with Red Bull camera crews in tow. You get the sense that if the UCI introduced a new event called Extreme Descent Time Trial, he'd be the sole entrant, gold medalist, and even a course designer. And honestly, this new phase of his career feels less like a step down from Ineos and more like a full-blown creative explosion. He's not just racing, he's curating content, making films, building a personality that says, yes, I'll win your World Cup XC race, but also watch me set fire to descent etiquette next Tuesday. Fear is a choice, and Tom Pidcock unsubscribed long ago. Let's be real here, most pro cyclists go fast, that's their job, but Tom Pidcock goes fast in a way that makes helicopters reconsider their flight paths. The man is a downhill artisan, carving corners with brushstrokes of lunacy. A Tour de France descent? He'll win it. A muddy mountain bike drop? No problem. A German road never meant to be used at 95 km an hour? Challenge accepted. His fearlessness borders on the cinematic, and not the, quote, cool car chase kind of cinematic. We're talking, did he survive that scene, or was that CGI levels of disbelief and cinematic? Thanks for watching today's video. This was just a little update on something crazy I saw that Tom Pidcock recently did for Red Bull. Kinda blew my mind that he reached speeds like that, not even during a race, on just something that I wouldn't really consider very important, especially if you're a pro cyclist. Why would you risk so much and it's not even a race? I want to hear your opinions. Let me know down below, drop a like for good luck, and subscribe to stay up to date with all my videos.